Hey, what's going on? My name is Aaminah. I'm from She Say What. And I was just happening here listening to this guy, Kevin Samuels, that people are talking about, which is he's a bully social media. He's established financially and he's very articulate, educated, very good English grammar, but he's still a nigga. And y'all women just don't get it. He's still a nigga. At the end of the day, he's a dressed up nigga. First of all, let me tell you the signs that he's a nigga. Secondly, first of all, 2 failed marriages, but he always tells you women about your marriages. I don't think you all really listen, and I don't even know why y'all entertain a man that doesn't respect women. He's very disrespectful. A psychiatrist is what he is not. So, ladies, you asking a man that had 2 failed marriages, a deadbeat payoff, far as a deadbeat father, as far as financial. First of all, anytime a man got to go to court to take care of his children financially, I don't even get it. Because I always say to myself, a woman, when a man has a baby with a woman, if you and a woman don't get along, you can always get a money order and drop it off or send it in the mail. You don't have to. When you got to go to court, it's a problem. Like, I don't know the story. I ain't trying to figure out the story, but I'm just trying to. Well, my point is that y'all women asking this man for advice, and he's a nigga. He's a dressed up nigga, just educated. He's learned a lot. You know what I mean? He's a liar. If you listen to him, he lies. He's like the average man. He's stuck on himself, which is okay, because when you're successful, most people who become successful and go through a journey of a lot of insecurities, somewhere in his life, mentally, he was damaged when it comes to a woman. Maybe his baby mom made him dislike women. He probably said to himself, I will never ever be bothered with a woman that don't have shit. I don't know what it is. But my twist to you women is that you're asking a man that is scorned 2 failed marriages, college dropout, doesn't know what he went to school for. If you listen to, I call it LPCA, and it's called Listen, Pay Close Attention. If you women actually took out the time to listen to how he responds to stuff and listen to him talking, you would already know not to even waste your time with him. He does not respect any woman that is financially below his way of average income. So in his mind, he feels a woman should be above average financially, which means 6 figures. Secondly, you're not allowed to value yourself. So, because in his mind, he feels if you've been married or divorced or you have 2 kids, then you are considered a woman with no value. And you're out here wanting this certain type of man, and you should be glad that a man wants you, knowing you got 2 kids. But what about these men out here that they have kids? See, first of all, he's not even on my level to battle. Because first of all, he doesn't have nothing that I would want. No, he can't educate me. No, I'm lying. The marketing strategy, how to build up a following, that's something that I would want to ask him if I had to. But far as to ask another man that doesn't respect women mentally, y'all like pain. And that's why he talked to you. That's the exact reason why he talked to y'all like shit. Because you all allow him to talk to you like shit. He downgrades. Then you call him and you try to go up against him knowing his beliefs. That's like me meeting a KKK. I already know that nigga don't like. I already know that white nigga don't like niggas. So why would I go up there and try to let him know, well, I'm a different type of black person? Like, you women go up here and try to challenge this man that you're not his cup of tea. First of all, he loves women. He's entertained by women that are financially stable. I'm assuming light-skinned or very, very pretty women with sex appeal. You're not allowed to be dumb. Because in his mind, the way he speaks, this way you have to listen to him. You have to actually listen to him talk. You're not allowed to feel that you see, in his mind, he says, this is what you women don't get. And I understand what he's saying. He's saying, first of all, you're a woman with 2 or 3 kids. You overweight. You come up here being picky and choosy when here men have 100 women to 1 man. It's 100 women to 1 man. So my twist is, you women, you go connect with this guy that's well-groomed for advice, knowing that he has issues of his own. So you're glutting for punishment. That's what I would say. Because the way that nigga talk to y'all, he wouldn't talk to me like that. First of all, I wouldn't even ask him dumbass. The questions that y'all women ask him is stupid. Why I want a man and this and this and this and this. First of all, this is where every last one of you women mess up at. You go and say, I want a man. First of all, if you pray and focus on yourself, see, in order for you to get what you want, you have to be what you want. Okay? You have to be intelligent, articulate, financially stable, well-groomed, a good personal development. You know, a lot of you women are scorned, discombobulated, confused, lonely, desperate. That's why you stay getting what you get. That's exactly why you stay getting those type. Listen, sisters, I've been there and done that, honey. I've been there and done that when it came to men. Listen, I first of all, as women, we are always going to be or feel that we're good value. But if you're good value, then why do you continue to mess with men that have nothing going on? And the reason why, because a lot of you women like to be mothers to a man. You can't be mother to a grown-ass man. The only mother you need to be is to your son, if you have any. Okay? I wouldn't waste my damn time looking for a man. I used to be you. I used to be out there trying to be at the bars, and I was financially stable. I had 2 businesses, a hair salon and a restaurant. And sometimes women, we pick the wrong type of men. And the reason why you pick the wrong type of man is because you don't love yourself and you have no personal development and you don't have God in your life. So you got to put God in your life, number 1. That's the first thing. Instead of asking some nigga that's a dressed up nigga, that's all he is a dressed up con artist. That's all he is. That's all. You asking the nigga that ain't nothing. He ain't no psychiatrist. He ain't no doctor. He calls himself an image consultant. That's his title, what he want to be. And you gonna go ask another nigga. This ain't nothing but a dressed up nigga. He the same type of nigga you was dealing with. It's just that the nigga you was dealing with wasn't dressed up. This nigga dressed up. Okay? That's all. He a dressed up nigga that's just intelligent and learned, and he used social media. He found a way how to scam the system. When I mean scam the system, I don't mean far as still. He found a way of how if I can insult these women by me talking raunchy to these women and make them come to my page. So the more that he talks to you all disrespectful and tell you, and then you all want to challenge. But challenge what? Why would you want to challenge a nigga that got 2 divorces, a high school, a college dropout, an ex-con, and a bullshitter and a liar? Why would you want to challenge something like that? It's a waste of time. All you're doing is adding to his pot. You women made him famous. A lot of you men, listen. I don't want to talk to him. I listen to how he talks to women and men. And if you're not a high budget person, if you're not a 7, 8, or 9, 10 in the weight, and if you feel that you overeat or you're obese or you're overweight, that's an insult to injury. Why would I want to call somebody, ask them advice, and then the advice is so stupid, and then After that, get and then feel some kind of way because he tell you about yourself. He told one female, she told about you 37 years old, you ain't too far from being 40. Who gonna want you? First of all, he don't know who gonna want anybody. And that's the reason why I don't even know why you women would go and let a man like that insult you to tell you what. First of all, only God knows your future. He knows nothing about you. He don't know what kind of woman you are. He don't know what you do for a living, but what you tell him. He's been caught in a whole bunch of lies, and y'all women feel you can go ask this nigga a question. This nigga is a dressed up nigga. That's all he is. He's a dressed up, intelligent nigga that got more game than the Knicks. That's all. That's all. You got a question about a man? Read about what a man wants. Go look at cheaters. Okay? See, a lot of you women don't know about benefit of the doubt. And so let me educate you about benefit of the doubt. First of all, benefit of the doubt goes like this. The moment that you get a doubt about somebody, you'll turn around and give him the benefit knowing that person ain't shit. Same thing with men that date women. Perfect example. I'll give my own example. I met a guy. I already knew I shouldn't have talked to him. I already knew it. A lot of times, women, you already know what you shouldn't do. Sometimes you could be very, very selfish, and then you go and challenge this relationship knowing that it ain't going to be what you want. Because first of all, when you meet somebody in the beginning and you already having doubts about somebody, that's a sign right there. That's not the person for you. But what do? Oh, well, he don't know me yet until he get to know me. And what happens is you get used and abused and you left out and you scorn and you're bitter. See, the difference between me and you women is that I didn't get bitter. What he did is the relationship that I was in is that he taught me a lesson. And I'm actually glad that he did what he did because he showed me what my worth was. Now, when I was dating him, he was a gentleman, very much so. He knew financially. He had the finance. See, sometimes what you women don't understand, sometimes, and you men, a lot of you men, you have the financial part together, but you don't have the relationship, the emotions, the consistency, the respect, the honor. A lot of you men and women, you don't even honor each other. Y'all be in relationships and don't even honor each other. And see, the problem that I had when I was in the relationship is that I already knew. It was so many signs that God, and see, also let me explain something to you women. When you are a child of God, if you are, a lot of you women may not be child of God, but when you are a child of God, or when God has his hands above you, and he removes somebody out of your life, it's because he wanted to save you from being more ruined than what you already are. See, a lot of you women, you go looking for a man, and that's the wrong thing you're not supposed to do. You are supposed to be available, and you're supposed to stay crafting your craft. So if you're a lawyer and you're single, you stay working inside your craft. You stay working with your customers. And the more you stay focused on your customers and God, when you least expect it, the man that you're asking this nut ass nigga some advice on or why, God will make you better and better you. Because a lot of times you got to be a better you to get a better man. Okay? You got to be a better you to get a better man. It's simple. You can't ask no nigga that's in a suit sitting behind a desk and with some fly shit, looking real nice, well-groomed, and an excellent hygiene. You can't ask no nigga that question. First of all, he don't even know what kind of man he is. He all over the place. He just got blessed and lucky enough to take his social skills and become successful with his way of insulting people. That's all. But he's not educated enough to tell you about. He's telling you about men and his view. Because he talks about wealthy men. Let me explain something to you. And I had to learn this. People like what they like. If you a woman and you keep meeting men that ain't shit, then deep down inside, you ain't shit. So until you change your personal development, which means your mindset. See, in order to get what you want, you have to change your mindset. It's very hard, very difficult, and very challenging. It's just like trying to lose weight. That's why my ass, every time I turn around, I stay on a damn diet. Well, not really on a diet, but I stay watching what I eat. Because my problem is, I like to eat all the goddamn time. I don't know if it's because I got a lot on my mind. I juggle a lot. I have a lot going on. But at the end of the day, until you change your mindset, you're going to stay with the same type of men. See, what you got to do is learn how to be by yourself. A lot of you women don't know how to be alone. You are lonely. And that's the problem that you have. You don't know how to enjoy yourself. And I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about enjoying yourself without somebody with you. That's why you're going to stay with the type of men that you stay with. That's why you're going to stay in the turmoil and the toxic relationship, the toxic relationship you stay in. You're going to stay in them until death do you part. Because you have to change. And a lot of time, y'all don't want to change. You see, you're looking for a man to change. You got to change. And then once you change who you are, then you start getting you start getting a better quality of a man. See, that's what he should be telling you women. But instead, he's insulting you all. Because he's saying to himself, like, you fat bitch, you looking like this, you be listen, you can have 5 kids. Whatever God got for you, he got for you. You don't let no man sitting behind a desk that has social fame dictate to you or what kind of man you supposed to have. You sit back, you pray, work on you, focus on you, do you, read the Bible. See, let me explain something to you women. Before I started reading the Bible, I thought it was corny. But let me tell you something. When I started reading that Bible, I started seeing what it's all about. I started getting wisdom. See, a lot of you women don't have wisdom because we wasn't taught on how not to love a man. We wasn't taught on how to love ourselves first. My mother taught me to love myself. She taught me to be independent. And a lot of you women that are successful, you're independent. But you got to learn how to love you. And once you fall in love with you, then that energy is going to bring that man towards you. Until then, you're going to say, just look at the lineup of men that you have dated in your years. In today's society, there are not a lot of thorough men. Most men that are thorough are financially stable. 1, are either married. 2, might be gay. Or they just ain't there. Very seldom do you meet a man that's going to be to your liking, financially capable of your standards. The only way you can get that type of man is two ways. Prayer and working on you. Can't no man tell you. Only thing a man can tell you is give you advice on how he feels. Or because all men don't feel the same way and don't think the same way. Because if they did, then the kind of men I see men with obese women all the time. Some men like thick women. But let me tell you the key to success and getting a man. First, working on your purpose. Stay grounded stay so focused into your business that when you look up, you be like, damn, it's a year. I ain't met a man yet. You wouldn't even be thinking about no man. Between God and focusing on your business or your career, you'll be all right. See, a lot of time you women, you sit there and you compete or you feel some kind of way because the girlfriend. Let me tell you something I learned about women that are married. Don't always think they happy. A lot of time married couples stay together because they know nobody else. They don't want to take the chance to come out of a miserable relationship and try to meet somebody or either stay solo and learn their self. They would rather stay in the relationship and act like they're so happy. And at the end of the day, if your walls had ears to hear inside their house, you'd be surprised what's going on with your girlfriend, husband, or boyfriend. Stop comparing yourself to other people's lifestyle. Because out of 100 marriages, you're only going to get 30% that's really happy. The other 70 are very, very miserable. So my advice to you is to work on your fucking self. Craft your craft. Clutch that Bible. Pray. Talk to God. Get the word in you of wisdom. Love you better. Do a lot of personal development. And when you look up, that man because let me explain something to you ladies. It ain't no Mr. or Mr. Right. Get that out you might as well get that out the door. It's Mr. Mr. Get along with. Not no Mr. Right. Not no Mr. Right. It ain't no Mrs. Right. It ain't no Mr. Right. It's Mr. Get along with. A lot of you women, you're so sexually active. You want dick all the time. You gotta get dick down. I don't give a damn. As long as I get that dick, I'm cool. Y'all don't love yourself. Cause let me tell you something. If you loved yourself, everybody wouldn't be able to enter your walls. You know, if you gotta masturbate, go masturbate. Listen, I'm gonna tell you I'm focused like I don't know what. I'm so focused. Let me tell you something. Between the guy I used to date and the girlfriend I used to be friends with, between those two betrayals from two people, I learned my lesson. As they say, I got scared straight. Okay? I've never had a guy in my entire life ever leave me. Never. Never. But that was my fault. Like most of you women. I got involved with something that I knew I shouldn't even dated. When I tell you, listen, it was 26 years he was with his baby mom. Right there was a red flag. 26 years. And they wasn't together when I met him. They were on the verge of breaking up. That's why you got to be careful of meeting men that are on either divorcing or breaking up with their baby moms or their wives or whatever. Because a lot of times, sometimes it just be a breakup just to go have some fun so they can rekindle back to who they was already with. That was the first sign. The second sign, he got 5 kids by 2 baby moms. The third sign was he loved the streets. The fourth sign is he was sensitive. The fifth sign, he was controlling in his own little way. The sixth sign is that he was so stuck in his ways that it was some of his ways was he wasn't really a compromiser. The seventh sign is that he was weak when it came to family. And there's nothing wrong with being weak for your family, but it's just certain things I just seen. 8 is very bad attitude, but he got high to cover it. 9 is that he lived for the streets. He's like, okay, it's all about my cousins and niggas. So with so many signs that I knew I shouldn't have dated him. I was being selfish. I was being selfish because I felt in my heart that we could get money together because I'm a business-minded woman and I had a business proposition. But God showed me, no, you don't need him to get no money. I'm going to show you how to get your own money like you've been getting your own money. And God said, you don't want to listen to me. I done gave you about 9 different signs to leave this man alone, and your ass is still hanging, dangling. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Called personal development. And until you women get that, you're going to go through the same shit you're going through with these niggas. Stop looking for a man, honey. Let a man come and find you. A lot of you women are meeting men just like Kevin Samuels, a dressed up, scorned nigga with plenty of paper. That's all. Remember this. Anytime a person can insult you, and it's not about, when I listen to what he says, well, y'all women don't like when I tell y'all the truth. It's how you present it. It's okay to tell a person the truth. It's like a person having bad breath. Would I tell you your breath stink if it stink? No, I will offer you some gum. So me, I was always taught, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you ladies call him and insult. You make yourself, you make his show. You women have made him famous. You have made him into a multi-millionaire, if that's what his status is, because I don't know his bank account. Because you all call in with the dumbest ass questions. You all call in trying to challenge a dressed up nigga. Kevin Samuels is nothing but a man that you was dating. He just is a man that's just smart with it. That's all. He's a bullshitter. Read his background. That's all you got to do. So on that note, listen, ladies, and even maybe some of you gentlemen, don't let no man or no woman dictate to what kind of man you supposed to have or what kind of woman you supposed to have. Let me tell you something, and this some real shit. Until you work on you being a better you, you're going to stay in the same type of turmoil. I stayed with the same type of men for 21 years. 21 years. And it's fucked up. Because one thing about time, you can't get that back. You can't get that back. Can't get that back. When you're getting close to your 50s, you gotta really settle down, and you gotta really figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. Am I gonna take this shit into my 60s? I'm gonna take this shit into my 50s. When you turn, it's crazy. You don't even want to say 50 or 48, 49, but when you start getting in your 40s, you can't be making no mistakes because you're getting older. And one thing about age, you get older and it ages you. That's why a lot of times people do stuff to make themselves look young. So get your shit together. Find you a mentor to follow, a coach. Build your bank up. Build up your self-esteem, your personal development. Work on that instead of asking some con artist nigga some advice about a nigga. And then if you're going to ask him a question, ask the question with some intelligent. Y'all ask dumbass questions. Y'all ask questions, like y'all come with attitudes. And that's what he doesn't like. I'm telling you, that nigga right there is a scorn nigga. He is so scorned, it's ridiculous. He comes off like this cool, suave, finesse and all that. But that nigga got more issues than a little bit. You think he don't? All you gotta do is listen to him, watch his characteristics, his demeanor, the way he presents himself. He tells you all about, and all of that I listen to him, that nigga scorn. He's an angry black man dressed up. Have a blessed day, ladies and gentlemen. This is She Said What. I'm on my station every Wednesday night at 7, or either we do live or we do podcasts. My show is a comedy show, but I just had to leave this on here today because I was listening to this guy, Kevin. He was very intriguing. I would never want to challenge him. He wouldn't be where he's not worth me challenging. He's not. If I had to ask somebody a question, I'm going to ask a counselor. I'm going to ask a psychiatrist, a relationship nigga. I'm not going to ask no nigga that got caught up and became successful off of women, and selling women. And y'all females just don't get it. He loves when y'all call in. Y'all really made him wealthy. Enjoy your night. Peace.